Okay. Okay. Good morning, madam. Hello. Unmute చేయండి అయ్యా. Hello. Hello. Good morning, madam. Please unmute.
Yes, good morning, sir.
Good morning, madam. Let us
Good morning, sir.
commence the proceedings, madam.
Yes, sir.
It is a great privilege to invite you, madam, and
Thank you so
the
much,
members
sir.
of INTACT, my colleagues, including my registrar, Dr. Gopinath, our convener, Dr. Venkateswarlu, co-convener Swati, and my colleagues and other members. In fact, madam, some of the professors from abroad also wanted to participate in this. I am very happy to know that they are also showing a lot of interest in this webinar. The program goes like this, madam. First of
Yes,
all,
sir.
as the president of this meeting, I'll start my presentation. Then my registrar says a few words, followed by the introduction of the chief guest, that is you, madam. And after your talk and presentation, the other honorable members can deliberate and give ideas so that we'll bring out wonderful minutes and resolutions after the meeting is over. Is it all right, madam?
Yes. Sure, sir. Yes.
Okay. Next. And my presentation goes like this, madam. I wanted to bring out the meaning of beautiful word heritage sites. As a part of that, it's a symbol, each symbol in the heritage itself gives huge meaning. H
Yes.
represents historical, E represents year marked, R represents revisitable, I represents ideal, T represents thoughtful, A represents awesome and attractive, G represents geological, E represents extraordinary sights. Its meaning goes like this. And a theme is given for 2021 World Heritage Day, that is complex past and a diverse future. As many of us know, kings and rulers of the past, both in India and in the world, built wonderful structures. What is that? నల్లగా ఉంది. No, అది why that black is there? అది పక్క తీసుకెళ్ళా. Beautiful structures attracted by everyone even today. However, some rulers unfortunately destroyed in spite of their beauty and cultural values out of religious fundamentalism, sadism, ignorance, unawareness of their values, etc. Due to this, many important heritage structures were subjected to destruction. For example, Ram Temple, some important mosques, including China Wall, etc., they are all destroyed by some anti-rulers. Next. And the meaning of diverse future. People with diverse cultures, beliefs, interests, government officials, authorities, NGOs, environmentalists, educationists, heritage departments should join together to maintain all heritage structures and sites with regular maintenance. Security with making pilgrim centers for every heritage site is essential to give something to the future generations about the value of such importance of heritage sites and venues. Visit to the heritage sites enhances basically the knowledge, it enhances thoughts, it improves ideas, ethical and moral values, pollution-free environment ecosystems, and so many.
आइडिया से किया ना, हो तो जाएगा लगता है। देखिए अगर आप बम्बू काटने में लगते
I request the honorable members to mute and listen so that no noise comes. Very interestingly, heritage city, as it contains, Visakhapatnam is a heritage city. Slide. Visakhapatnam is type in. Visakhapatnam is a heritage city as it contains numerous structures of heritage value. Visakhapatnam is named after Vaisakha or Kartikeya, he is the Lord of Valor. It is along the coast of Bay of Bengal, bounded by Dolphin's Nose, and it is also called as Blackmore's Hill. Wonderful beaches, major industries, beautiful hills with lush green and nature. And Visakhapatnam has 3 heritage hills. Number 1 is Rose Hill with the Roman Catholic Church, Dargah Konda with the mosque and tomb of Muslim saint, another hill with Lord Venkateswara temple. These were built by Captain Blackmore in 1886. Interestingly, Dolphin's Nose has a lighthouse with 7 million candle power. One candle gives illumination of 13 lumens and provides a heat of equal to 40 watts. Such is the fantastic lighthouse. And this lighthouse is visible at a distance of 20 miles. That is one of the beautiful houses Dolphin's Nose has. It provides protection and security to the entire city against natural calamities always. Here, the biggest fort, popular fort in India is Chittor Fort. Next. Ranikot Fort is also largest in Pakistan. Auroville, this is famous in Tamil Nadu for conducting science experiments in India. It's one of the beautiful heritage sites. And more heritage sites, as many people know that, but I'm sure not many people visited these beautiful sites. Totlakonda is one of the famous Buddhist sites. Bavikonda is also another. Bojjanekonda is also another. Simhasalam temple is one of the beautiful oldest temple, was constructed in the 11th century. We have a beautiful Kanakamahaleshwari temple, very famous. Very famous. Just 1 minute. Kanakamahaleshwari temple, one important information I want to give you. It is an open temple, not closed. And many times people try to cover the temple like any other temple. The moment it was constructed, the next day it was falling. That is the Mahachimam of Kanakamahaleshwari temple. Even today, it is open and favorite goddess and the goddess of Visakhapatnam. Totakonda, Totlakonda. This is also very famous in Vijayanagar. It's Visakhapatnam, worth seeing by everybody. Next. Yeah, this is another structure. Next. Ravikonda. This is also one beautiful Buddhist monastery, Vizag. Bujjanakonda. This is also very famous. Simhasalam Temple, abode of Lord Varaha Lakshmi Narasimha. This was constructed a few hundred years back, and its structure looks very beautiful and stable, and in fact is not renovated. Still, it looks new. This also Kanakamalakshmi. This is the temple, open roof temple. Yeah. Yerramattu Temple. These are also very famous, along with Borra Caves, a part of Visakhapatnam district. And Yerramattu Temple very famous and beautiful for film shooting and all. Even today, many people go there. They take a lot of shootings. So famous, so beautiful, very natural to look. Next. Yeah, Yerramattu Temple. Yes, this is location. Yes. Next. Yeah, this is how that Temple looks like. Red sand hills. Borra Caves. This is one of the beautiful, very historic caves. Everybody must see. According to William King George of the Geological Survey of India, these caves are about 1 million years old. How old they are. And I wanted to concentrate first in Visakhapatnam and its heritage centers. As a part of that, I am showing all. Next interest is some in Vijayanaram, then in India. That is how I plan to present. Though there are many heritage sites in India are there, and many people not visited these beautiful centers. It starts from Avini College, 150 years old college. I am very happy to be alumnus of this college. I was a college topper in PUC and also 11th ranker in the entire university out of a few lakhs written. Then you have a collectorate building, very old. Hindu reading room, this is also famous. Kurupam market, yes. Kurupam monument and Aloysius school, town hall, Turner's Choultry, church on hilltop, lighthouse near Saint Aloysius, statue of Queen Victoria, Peter's Church. Mrs. Avin College, this very simple. As you know, Raman was alumnus of this. Raman effect is valid even today. When I was in Germany as a professor, many Germans used to talk about Raman effect. That is his contribution that is prevalent even today. And this is visible from even college. We are proud of such a great person who is a noble laureate. Collectorate building is a wonderful old structure. Next. Hindu reading room, what I have mentioned. Next. Kurupam market, people go there even today for marketing vegetables and other important items. Next. Kurupam monument and tomb, 100 years of old in memory of Rani of Kurupam. It was constructed. A great, beautiful St. Aloysius school. కొద్ది కింద స్లైడ్ కిందకి కొన్ని కట్ అయిపోతున్నాయి లీటర్స్ వై ఇట్ ఇస్ సో ఫుల్ స్లైడ్ కనిపించాలి కదా 1 minute ప్లీజ్ ఓకే ఇంతకుముందు బాగానే ఉంది కదా, ఉంచి మళ్ళీ తీసేవే. కీప్ లైక్ దట్. ఇందాక ఎక్స్పెండ్ చేసావు కదయ్యా, బాగానే ఉంది. కింద దిగదు అది, పైన కిందకి లాగాలి కదా. ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ. సెయింట్ అలాసిస్ హై స్కూల్, దిస్ ఇస్ బ్యూటిఫుల్, వెరీ ఫేమస్ ఇన్ విశాఖపట్నం. నెక్స్ట్ history of independence movement at town hall Visakhapatnam is another. Turner's Holt is very famous, it is in the heart of the city. Rose Hill Church, Vizag, as I mentioned in the beginning, is a beautiful. Many foreigners who come to Visakhapatnam, they go and visit this. Next, lighthouse near St. Aloysius, this is beautiful. Next, statue of Queen Victoria. Next, Peter's Church is another famous. Dutch cemetery, built in 17th century this is. Next, Victoria at Sea War Memorial Vizag. Many people might have seen this, and the beach is wonderfully constructed to convey our homage to all people who died in 1971 war and to know their contributions. And because of this war, Bangladesh was created. And in fact, here you see one Ajanta tank, self-made tank, war tank, and also a war plate are also there. It's a feast to see these places. And in front of that, there is a Kurukura, another submarine, is open for tourists, beautiful. Everybody should go and visit this. Next, Shankaram, Paurala Konda is also very famous. Next, this is another beautiful heritage center. Yes, Ramnarayan Temple, Vijayanaram, this is also beautiful, coming up in a big way. In fact, it's being renovated. Next, the Gantastambam Clock Tower, Vijayanaram, this is also very old and famous. Next, Rama Tirtham, Vijayanaram. Next, Sri Lakshmi Narasimha Swami Temple, of course I have seen, this is inside. Yes, Paididalli Ammavari Temple, you know, when a festival is conducted every year, millions of people come from different villages in other states also. Very famous, Paididalli Amma. The temple is very small but very famous. Saraswati Temple, Vijayanaram, we rarely find Saraswati Temple. This is one of the famous Saraswati temples we have very close to us. Next, Vijayanaram Fort, Maharaja's Fort. Yes, this is Bobbil Fort. This is also very famous. Taj Mahal, you know, Agra. This is one of the 7 wonders of the world, and the highest pilgrims visited heritage center, very, very famous even today. Next, Golden Temple, Amritsar. This was constructed in 1577 by 4th Guru of Sikhs. One of the beautiful people even today go there to enjoy the scenic beauty and the way it was constructed. Meenakshi Temple, Madurai is also very, very famous. I visited a couple of times. I really enjoyed the way it was constructed and Mata, how it was decorated and all. Mysore Palace is also very famous even today. Gateway of India, of course, everybody knows. Next, Red Fort, Delhi. Yes, all important government programs are conducted, including Republic Day and other celebrations. Red Fort, Delhi. Hawa Mahal, Jaipur, the Pink City. Qutub Minar, this is another famous. And these are a few I wanted to show. Thank you, madam, and other honorable members. I wanted to limit my presentation to this extent, though there are several both in India and abroad. And it is a pleasure to invite Madam, for accepting to be the chief guest of this wonderful webinar. And we'll be very happy to listen to Madam. Before that, Madam, I request Dr. Swati to introduce to the audience. Please.
Good morning, madam.
Morning.
I'm extremely overwhelmed to get this opportunity to introduce an eminent personality, Srimati Mayank Kumari Deo. She was born on 20th June 1961 in Udaipur. She hails from the erstwhile Jamindari family of Deoghar, which is famous for the popular Deoghar school of miniature paintings and one of the best heritage hotels called Deoghar Mahal. She married the grandson of Maharaj Vikram Deo Verma of Jaipur, who was instrumental in setting up Andhra University in Vishakhapatnam. Maharani Mayank Kumari Devi, wife of Maharaj Vikram
Shakti Vikram Dev.
Shakti Vikram Dev, is currently continuing the legacy of the royalty. She is a very well-known philanthropist. She completed her higher education from St. Mary's School, Ajmer, and did BA Honours in English Literature from Sophia College, Ajmer. She holds a master's degree in international law and master's degree in journalism and mass communications from Andhra University. She also holds a diploma in textile designing, photography, and alternative dispute resolutions from the prestigious NALSAR. She is the first and only woman past president of Rotary Club Vishakhapatnam, which is the oldest Rotary Club of Andhra Pradesh, established in 1942. The club received 17 awards from Rotary District 3020 during her tenure as a president, including Best Women President Award. She received Best Editor Award from Rotary District 3020 for 2 consecutive years and Best Editor Award from Walkers International Club. She is the convener of Intact Vishakhapatnam chapter, which works for stimulating and spreading heritage awareness and conservation in India, and past president of Walkers Club Vishakhapatnam. She is a curator and connoisseur of art, well known for paintings, sculptures, and photography, and has held numerous exhibitions on art and photography. She has conducted Rangoli competitions, debates, elocutions, and quiz competition in schools and colleges. She has also conducted painting, clay modeling, block printing, workshops, and exhibitions in her heritage building called Hawa Mahal Beach Road in Vishakhapatnam. She practiced as an advocate in the district court at Vishakhapatnam for more than a decade. She is on and the board of the Museum Committee of Vishakhapatnam and has donated a lot of antique pieces, animal trophies, and old portraits to the museums. She holds interest in education, history, art, painting, and social services. So may I request ma'am to go forward and start the webinar.
Thank you, Dr. Swati, for introducing Madam. This is a very important honorable guest, chief guest, and all of us are very happy for her acceptance as the chief guest, Madam. You are most welcome to give
Thank you, sir.
your talk on this great day.
Thank you, sir. Respected Vice Chancellor, sir, Shri GSN Raj Garu, Shri Gopinath Garu, the Registrar, Shri Venkateshwarlu Garu, the convener of Chapter Vijayanagaram, Dr. K. Swati, the co-convener of Vijayanagaram Intact Chapter, the students and teachers. I'm really honored to have been invited to this webinar. I must say that I have not prepared a big presentation because I want to be very brief in my talk, and I would like to just highlight a few points on heritage. Now, what is heritage? Heritage is what we have received from us, from our ancestors, from our past, and what we value in our present, and what we are going to pass over to the coming generations. So that is heritage. And why should we value this heritage so much? Heritage we must value because it gives us our identity. It makes us what we were and what our ancestors were, and it gives us a window to our future. The past is the window to the future. Am I audible, sir? Yes. So, so the past is the window to the future, and that is why it has to be retained. Our culture, our past, our architecture, our uh, traditions, everything that we have received from our forefathers have to be continued for the coming generations, because it gives us the identity and we are able to show to the world what we actually are. So if we value our heritage, we will be able to show our culture to the world through what we have received. India is so rich in its art and culture. That's why tourists from all over come and they come to study our art and culture in India. So, saving our heritage not only enhances our lifestyle, but it provides a window to the world. They come to study and they also adapt what is missing in their lives. The new countries which have come up, they do not have so much to bank upon because they have lost that line to their culture. So they come to study our culture so that it can be adopted in a better way. Now, what is heritage? In what ways is it important? We have the living heritage, we have the tangible heritage, and the intangible heritage. The tangible heritage is uh, what we see and what we have made. So, tangible heritage includes the natural heritage and the built heritage. Intangible heritage consists of our culture, art, form. So, all that comes into our folklores, uh, folk studies, all that comes in intangible culture. So, I represent INTAC Vishakhapatnam chapter. What is INTAC? INTAC stands for Indian National Trust for Art and Cultural Heritage. It was started under the leadership of none other than the ex Prime Minister, Mr. Rajiv Gandhi, in the year 1984. And he had formed a council of members and had got it registered as an NGO in 1984 to spearhead the cause of heritage. And what is this cause of heritage? The cause of heritage is preservation and conservation of art and culture. So it is not just limited to art and culture. The main purpose of INTAC is to look into the conservation of the monuments which are not being conserved by the government institutions. We are not looking at monuments which are already taken care of by the ASI, that is Archaeological Survey of India, or other government organizations. We look at monuments which are not under the control of the government and which are lying in neglect. So, INTAC has helped in the conservation and in the restoration of a number of monuments. And INTAC, um, I may tell you that it has also received recognition by UNESCO, and it is now being used as a consultative institution all over the world. It was upgraded to the consultative institution in the year 2007 by UNESCO. So Intact not only does good work in India, but they also give expertise to other countries also. Now, what is the work of Intact? Intact just depend upon the uh, conservation and protection of heritage and uh, monuments, but it also does other activities. Say, for example, there's a village called Raghurajpur in Orissa, which has been given the status of heritage village. Now, what does it mean? It has brought all the people of Raghurajpur who were artists and who were doing Patachitra paintings. So Patachitra painting was a dying art which has been restored and revived by Intact, and it has again been it has given livelihood to the villagers, and it has also brought it to the world map so that the art does not die down. Similarly, there are other monuments which have been restored by Intact, including the famous Albert Museum in Bombay. So in Vishakhapatnam also, we've been trying to restore buildings and monuments, and we are trying to do a listing of the buildings here. So Intact always encourages to do the listing of uh, heritage monuments and buildings. It brings about awareness in the public. It conducts heritage walks. It trains teachers in the institutes, in colleges and schools to bring about awareness amongst the children. Apart from that, they are now into publication and writings also. So they are encouraging people who are writing books on restoration and preservation, on historical facts. Now, at the back, you can see one picture if it is visible to you. That's my grandmother receiving her Padma Shri award for her a contribution to Rajasthani literature. She had written a book called Bagdavat Mahagatha. So this is a folklore. Bagdavat Mahagatha is a folklore which used to be carried on from generation to generation, and it is sung during the Diwali period. And it is mostly popular among the Gujar community. So it was not documented, it was not written, it was only being passed by word of mouth through generations. So she compiled everything together and she wrote it in a book called Bagdavat Mahagatha, for which she received the President's Award also. Why I'm saying this is that Intact can also bring about communities together, and we can also compile together the art forms which are dying down. In Vishakhapatnam, in Andhra Pradesh also, we have lots of people singing folklores during the festival times. They are neither documented nor written, nor are they picturized. So what is being passed on may not be in its purest form. So if we document them and we write them, maybe we could have future generations who could make use of these folklores and remember them for the future generations. So when we talk about complex pasts, what is this complex past? Sir has given a very good presentation on the old buildings. So the complex pasts are the uh, architectural uh, buildings which were there in India. The temples, if we look at the architecture of the temples in India, it is so fascinating and it is so mind boggling that even today the modern architects marvel at how they were created. So that is the complex pasts and diverse futures, how the past architecture can be implemented in the future architectural buildings. Modern buildings are made with concrete and iron and steel. In a place which is on the coastal area, the concrete and the iron rods do not last very long. Whereas the old buildings are still standing tall because of the complex past that was there. What is this complex past? The architect people in olden days have used material to last for a very long time. They were not looking at short term investments, they were looking at long term investments. So the temples stand tall because of the thought put into it, the materials used by them, and um, the people, the workmen, the artists who were engaged by them. So it was a combination not just of the architect, but they had very good workers, they had skilled workers who could carve out beautiful structures like the temples. There were people, the skilled persons who could make paintings, murals, even in those days when uh, like modern paints are not available to them. They used to make paints out of grinding stones, out of using natural materials like grinding leaves, grinding flowers. So that's how they used to extract the colors in those days. And even if you look at the paintings today, which are almost 300, 400 years old, they have not lost the color even till date because they have used natural dyes. So that is a complex past. And that is why it is necessary to safeguard our heritage so that we can take lessons from our past and we can implement them in the future. So it's a very small talk. I will not go further with it. Uh, and I would like to thank GSN Rajgaru for giving me this opportunity to address this webinar. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, madam, for your beautiful, very highly informative speech on this wonderful day. And in fact, we will be in touch with you and Intact members for
Yes.
future celebrations or events to be
Yes,
conducted.
sir.
Definitely, we will collaborate. Maybe
Yes,
after
sir.
COVID subsides, we will have a
Yes.
physical meeting in our campus itself.
Yes, sir.
We'll be very happy to invite you again.
I have a small suggestion, sir. I
Yeah,
have a small suggestion.
yeah.
We will be inviting your college and Vijayanagaram chapter to
Okay.
take a heritage walk around Vishakhapatnam. We will show you around.
Yes, yes.
Similarly, we will come over there and we can see the heritage of
Yes, madam.
Vijayanagaram.
Yes,
Yes,
madam.
sir. So
Wonderful.
this will help us in exchanging our views. It will help us how to go about in preserving what is left behind.
Sure, madam. Sure, madam.
Yes, sir.
And in
Yes,
fact,
sir.
we'll also join as members of Intact,
Yes, sir.
knowing the procedures and application form and all. If
Yes,
there is
sir.
any procedure, many of us will join as members
Yes, sir.
so that we can
Now
contribute.
Intac is also taking institutional memberships.
Okay.
So as an institution, you could become a member.
We can have it, madam. There is no problem.
Yes, sir. So we have now included Geetam College of Architecture as the
Okay.
institutional
Okay.
member of
Okay,
Intac.
okay, okay.
Yes, sir. So
Yes, madam.
similarly, we could also make you members of Intac
Sure, madam. Sure,
as an
madam.
institution. Yes.
Yes, yes, madam.
Yes, sir.
And you have contributed a lot to this, madam, both in terms of your services extended through Rotary as the first woman president. And
Thank
I'm
you,
also
sir.
very happy to inform you that I'm honorary member of Rotary.
Oh,
It was given
welcome,
by
sir.
3 clubs
Yes.
in Visakhapatnam as honorary member.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Of course, I am a member of Lion also.
Yes, sir.
We'll definitely move forward to extend our possible services, madam. The very
Yes, sir.
important areas. Now, with
Yes,
this, thanking you, we'll open it
Yes.
for suggestions for the members.
Yes, sir.
We can have some time with them. Let us take suggestions. Whoever
Yes.
want to say something about this, members are welcome. And most of our university faculty and scholars joined from their seats, madam,
Yes.
because they have laboratory exams and all. Still, they are participating in this from then and there.
Yes, sir.
The honorable members, I request any member to speak one after the other. Most welcome. You can raise queries or you can suggest what should be done to make the heritage and its culture intact throughout in future. Dr. Swati, you can start with speak a few words. Dr. Gopinath, please you can.
Sir, good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. This is Dr. Acharyulu.
Yeah. Good morning. Welcome.
Yeah, sir. Very glad, sir. I have gone through your presentation, sir. We have given a detailed heritage points in Visakhapatnam, sir. Particularly the Totlakonda Bimili, the beach road, other things, Kurupam, other things. Very excellent, sir. It is notable, and every citizen of this country should feel responsible to keep them and protected for the coming generations, sir. Very nice presentation from your side, sir. It is very much knowledgeable to all the younger generations, sir. And at the same time, I have gone through the valuable talk given by Mayanko Dev, madam. Ma'am, we are very happy with your presentation, madam, and I got very good knowledge from your presentation. So I congratulate our entire team for having arranged this kind of program, sir. So one small request, madam. How do you pass on this as a responsibility to the younger generation, madam? How to preserve these heritage centers? Would you please suggest any mechanism, madam, in this regard?
Unmute చేయండి మేడం గారు.
Yes. Sorry. So we conduct training programs for teachers of the schools and colleges. And we have also formed heritage clubs in all the schools, mostly all the schools and some of the colleges also. And we go there and give a talk. We take them on heritage walks and we show them what the heritage in Visakhapatnam is like. Earlier, we were conducting heritage walks along with Fox History Channel. So, Fox History Channel was involved in it and they were also giving certificates. So, that was encouraging a lot of students to come forward and participate in these. We conduct quiz competitions, elocution competitions, painting competitions to create the awareness of heritage and how to preserve, how to inform the officers if they see something wrong happening in their neighborhood or in the city. So quite a few children come forward and they have written letters to the collector when they see something going wrong in their city or in their neighborhood. So that is how it is being created, sir.
Nicely planned, madam. Thank you very much, madam, for your valuable
Yes.
answer.
Thank you,
Yes.
madam.
Good morning. There is a beautiful presentations, and as Dr. Madhushmita Chaudhary here, and this is the first kind of heritage webinar I am attending, and this is very much as Professor G.S. and Raju sir have mentioned. This is thoughtful and attractable. Basically, I am from Odisha, and sir introduced lot of heritage sites over here, and that definitely brings attention to me to visit first those places to get informations about those monuments, heritage buildings, and all. And when I was attended ma'am session, she mentioned about intangible heritage, which is something interesting to me. Intangible heritage, and she also mentioned as a researcher, we used to do a lot of research. She mentioned a research gap of at Andhra there are a lot of folklores which are not being documented. So, ma'am, what is your recommendations for the students when you are making these chapters, and what kind of steps you are taking to document those folklores from Andhra state? That's what.
Uh, May I speak? Yes, every year we conduct World Heritage Day, but since the last 2 years we have not been able to do so. So we invite the local folk artists who generally go and sing in villages. So we invite them over and we ask them to do their performances so that other people get uh, motivated and they also start doing it in their areas. So that is how we do it. We invite people, we call the public also to see what they are performing and how they sing. That not only includes just singing, but also dance forms also.
Thank you,
Thank
madam.
you. Okay.
Vishakhapatnam district.
Good afternoon, everyone. Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, and my colleagues, coordinator and co-coordinator of this wonderful World Heritage Day program webinar. And we are really honored by the presence of Srimati Mayank Dev, madam. Really, your presence added value to this today's World Heritage Day. Really, thank you, madam, and all the participants. So, as a part of a responsible university, we are conducting regularly this type of events every month, and on part of CSR Club, we are organizing this event. I thank some of the members from other countries also who showed interest to attend this program, and some of my friends. And I request the people who have attended, they can raise the questions and ask directly Srimati Mayank Dev madam if you have any questions. Thank you one and all for attending this wonderful webinar.
Yeah,
Madam Vijayasri garu, you are attending now. You have some questions. If you want, you can ask. She is from Pune.
okay.
Vijayasri madam. Hello, is it audible? Huh? Yeah, yeah. Vijayasri garu, can you address? Okay, thank you.
Any other members want to give some suggestions or raise some queries for what, how Intact is going on, so that we'll have future webinars or seminars very effectively. Anybody can give suggestions, please. You are most welcome.
Please, you can talk.
Yeah,
Vedanta Institute.
please.
Please.
Namaste, Raj garu.
Namaste. Namaste.
Can you? I hope you recognize me.
Yeah. Very happy to see you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so nice.
I heard. I gone through your presentation. Actually, many things I came to know being living in Vizag and not aware of the importance of these great places. We just go for morning walks. I used to see you. So it's very. I will take your presentation copy actually, so that
Thank
I
you.
can use for the because this heritage and culture and spirituality all are interconnected. So without this human, human values basically, which are one of the aspect of all the part of it. So
Right.
I've been talking about this whenever the foreigners visit me here. Recently, the Air Force Admiral came and he asked me to take the places. So I was once I came to know your presentation, it was very useful material. Before we show them, we can give them briefing and we can explain to them the greatness of these places. And thank you for Madam also. In Intact, I've been following these Intact members for a long time, more than 10 years. They have been organizing in some hotels. I remember Taj Hotel I attended long back. 3-4 years back. So thank you very much, Raju Garu, once again, and entire
Thank you.
team. And,
Thank you for
especially-
your kind participation. Thank you so much. We'll meet
yes,
again.
sir. And Gopinath Garu for giving me the link in Facebook. Actually, I am only in online, and because of COVID situation, totally
Okay.
I am confined to the this room. What is
Okay,
that,
okay. So nice.
recording room. So everything online going on. So it's good for my the exposure to Vizag. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Namaste.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
One more recommendations, as sir was just cited that Facebook informations our registrar sir put up, and in fact to me also there are lot of heritage interesting informations are available, but those informations are not going to general people. Like if we are coming from outside, like whenever we go outside we found places of interest. So if we can document in terms of digital informations, maybe a blog or maybe a website, with your expert opinion about all these places, what people have said about it, if that can be documented, that can be marketed, so that can bring a lot of interest from different people across country and across the world. So student capital can be utilized, and ma'am, as you are part of different chapters that have lot of members to it, they can keep on contributing to make it digital. So that would be a valuable information source for people like me who do not know about this cultural heritage, this intangible and tangible heritage. That would really mean a lot for us. That's what from this webinar I can also do. Thank you.
Actually, Vijayanagaram chapter is the only chapter which has come out with a coffee table book on Vijayanagaram heritage. It was sometime in 2006, if I'm not wrong. Along with the collector at that time, they had come out with a coffee table book. So if the chapter has a copy, maybe you could ask your convener if he has a copy, it could be reprinted, and we can make pamphlets for even tourism department. Pamphlets can be made on the heritage of Vijayanagaram and Vishakhapatnam, and they can be put up in the hotels and in public places like the railway station and all, so that when people come, at airports also, so that when people come they will get whole information about the city. We are also doing training workshops for guides. So we train guides also. We had done one workshop to train guides, but those guides have now scattered all over. So there's a need to train guides once again. So if we have good guides, they can take tourists to different places. So that can also be given a thought.
Yes, madam.
Yes.
Thank
ma'am.
you. Yeah.
Ma'am, thank you for casting the light on the very phrase loss of culture is the loss of identity. So it's for the next generations. We have to carry the legacy of a rich tradition. And on this board occasion, I want to thank Raju sir for bringing forward a rich Vizag culture. I'm in Vizag for 10 years now, sir, but I'm literally clueless about the heritage structures in Vishakhapatnam. We always think of what places to hang on. Fortunate enough to know that this is the place, like we have handful places to go about, know about our culture, irrespective of religion, religious issues like temples, mosques, and everything are available. And thank you for holding everything and putting a best foot forward to preserve our culture. Your quintessential suggestions are very valuable for the coming generations. And what about the coffee table book you're talking about can be generated to libraries, particularly in educational institutions. So that will be very helpful for the students to know what are around us. So that's just a suggestion from my end. And thank you for your valuable presence and your words, ma'am.
Thank you, all the members. Any more members want to provide some suggestions? So we had sufficiently useful discussion. Though this webinar is arranged in a short time, in fact, I thank Madam Mayanka Kumar Madam for suggesting to conduct these celebrations. So with her idea only we came forward. Thank you so much, Madam. And I thank every member who is present here. And with this, thanking every one of you, I conclude this meeting. Thank you so much, Madam.
Thank you, sir.
Hello? Hello?